Oh, but look at that. I found the barb encampment I've been looking for all this time. All right. It's time for a good night for these guys. Look at this big warrior fights. Didn't quite take them down, but we're close. Then over here, Scout, get out of here, bud. All right, tons of stuff going down here in Xi'an. So many almost dead enemies. It's really hard to say. I'll go for 1 kill, and then this builder, I guess you're just going to go on a safe enough tile here. Maybe we'll have you chop something out. The Adamanaki, apparently it's fine with me working on this wonder while there's barbarians standing on it, so I'm happy with that. There's nothing else I'd really like out of this city. I just needed to get working on this. It's going to take a long time. City's quite small, 2 population, 7 production. Warrior with the settler barely surviving here in Beijing. Might have gotten a little bit too carried away with my warrior friend. Dang. This is a tough decision. I don't think they can make a unit to take my settler even if the warrior dies, but that would mean my warrior dies, which we don't want. Let's retreat across the river, archer my way up, and retreat that slinger so we don't lose him. Look at that. Hojo wants to be my friend again. Do you actually want to be friends? Okay, he actually wants to be friends now. Maybe we can have someone I can sell my stuff to. Okay, borders, 3 gold per turn. Do you like luxuries, though? 6 per turn. I swear Pedro will have something to say about that. What do you give me? 6 and 123 right now. I'm taking that right away. Then 4 from the Maori. It's not that good. Yeah, the 6 is still open here. Sweet. We're absolutely rich now. Let's buy ourselves a builder here in Beijing. Beautiful. We'll get rid of the barbarian problem once and for all. See you later, boss. And start marching towards their camp. Speaking of camps, we got a camp here in Taiwan. And now I'll buy out this tile right next to that camp and get to work on the wonder. Xi'an is actually having some issues here. They don't want to give the city up. Just leave me alone, please. Leave me alone. How much will this chop do? 54 production. Adamanaki needs another 200. Luckily, I think it's doubled because Magnus is here. So let's see how's that go. Coupe, so mad. You just bought my tobacco, dude. You're smoking darts. Double builder creation there in the cities. Well done, fellas. Can we go across the river with the scout and win? That'd be a pretty crazy fight. I don't think I need to do those kind of risks, though. Look, this warrior's just going to run up, box in the encampment there. We'll have the settler move up. This warrior's almost dead. Let's just have you fellas heal up over here. Actually, warrior, you head back to Beijing, where it's nice and safe. Huh, safe. I'm too scared to go get this rest. I just wasted my builder's move entirely because I was scared. That's how you be smart and play the game properly, guys. Okay, it's now time for the wonders, though. 20 turns on the Hanging Gardens, and then here in Taiwan, let's buy the tile. And we've got how many turns? What? Someone took the Temple of Artemis. Impossible. Who would have done such a thing? Wow, that's really sad. We'll have to get rid of this wonder. That will free up my city to try out other things, though. What I'd really like is for them to make a theater square, but we just don't have that unlocked just yet. You know what? Let's go ahead and build a campus so we have one down somewhere at least. There's a good spot. I can see this city going after something like another settler too, if we see that that's something we actually want to go after. But for the here and now, I can't really see what lies ahead. Actually, thinking about this more, like we can definitely get 2 solid cities out of here. As long as there's no Civ directly down here, that's going to mess up all my loyalty stuff. So yeah, let's swap this over to a settler. And maybe you can go on this river right here, the Kitakami River, while we'll expand more on the Pearl River shortly. Beijing now with the road opportunity. This is really about logistics, man. Like, that's all I can say. And I'm going to use it from Beijing to Taiwan because it's the one actually building the Hanging Gardens. It's working on a 20-turn wonder, and we need that little bit extra production to help us out. Currency complete. We can get Commercials Hub if we so desire. I like that. We should have Masonry ready soon once my builder goes the right direction. Speaking of builders, let's move you over towards our forest over here. And then in the meantime, we will protect you with my friend, the Archer. We are starting to have a bit of a loyalty issue, though. -4 per turn here in Xi'an. We need more population to help these guys. There's no way around that. Look at this slinger stepping right up on my archer, but I'm going to upgrade, get the garrison promo, and then one-shot him next turn. Just watch. Speaking of one-shotting, let's get this slinger out of here. I'm guessing there's more than one camp, because this guy didn't seem to come from this camp we're about to clear out with the warrior here. Oh, look at that. Perfect timing with the trader, giving me a movement to improve the quarry. We're going to get that research completed with that. We now have the Great Wall unlocked. We can put some of those down. Get some gold, culture, and tourism. Along with that, the pyramid's not going to be too relevant for us. We don't have desert. And, of course, walls, which we could have used like 20, 30 turns ago when we were being invaded. That's all good, though. Next science is the wheel. I want to get the watermill, and then I want to get under construction and get myself the lumber mill, because just look at this tile right here. If I have this lumber mill upgraded tile, this would be insane. 2 food, 5 production, plus the science and gold. Oh man. Speaking of upgrade, thank you, Mr. Builder. A 5 food farm, like absolutely unreal. It's too bad we couldn't get the wonder in this city, but we'll find another one for them. Already at 5 and 9 housing. Wheel completed. Watermill should be coming out soon. That'll improve the wheat too. Now look, it costs 320 gold to buy. If I want to actually build, it's going to take 6 turns, and I do want to get my settler out, so it might actually be a bot watermill. We will see. And the never-ending barb war, we finally got the logistics. Archer coming in, doing some damage. Can the warrior finish him off? That's hard to say. Please, let's go. We finished off a barb camp. Finally got that inspiration towards military tradition. And look at these crazy, crazy yields down here, man. Wow. Now, when I settle this city, I want to be on water. I don't want to be on the coast because, you know, having housing is pretty nice. That said, you do want a coastal city at some point, right? I mean, I could build a harbor. Man, it's all just sort of suboptimal not going right in place. It's just a beautiful place to settle down a city. Let's do it. These yields on the tiles, 6, 5, like there must have been a massive forest fire or something to give these tiles these yields. Shenyang, what a glorious, glorious city. First thing to build's got to be a monument because we just want culture, 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 baby. Get our borders growing, get these new tiles under our lands. I'd really like that over here in Taiwan. Like, these tiles right here, please, man. Like, I really want to have these tiles, but Sendai here, holding them from me. Man, but if I just spend the gold now, I'm not going to regret it. Let's cop those tiles, not worry about it anymore. And those are absolute beasts for the city to work as well. It's going to be growing quite quick. It's already at 5, growing at 8 per turn. Then don't forget about ZN. It's still got barbarians to worry about, but we can finish those guys off. We got builders here chopping things out. 10 more turns for the Edamanaki. These tiles are going to be super buffed up. We just need to put a little bit more work in the city, get some more builders, chop out some more woods, build some farms. It's going to take a lot of resources to get started, but the city will be an absolute powerhouse. Just watch. My scout from that fighting just finally got his health back. We'll allow them to get back to doing scouty things while we send our actual military forces to go finish off this barb encampment inside our lands. Yeah, there we go. Finish off this guy. Quarry upgrade number 2 going down here. That shaves off 1 turn off the Hanging Gardens. This city's got a lot of great tiles. It's going to grow to this one over here, which doesn't do much for me. We've got the truffles, double stone, 2-2 tile, the grassland, hills, woods, and then we'll get this rice tile fixed up too. Just give me 1 second. We'll send the builder over there. Shenyang, I sent the builder down here to go do some useful things, but there's nothing much really to fix up in this city. It's just an absolute beast. The only slight optimization I can think of is putting an extra production with a pasture on these sheep. That's going to incentivize the city to work a 3 food tile, which will get it growing just a little bit quicker. Otherwise, like, I can't blame it going for 6 yields tile versus 4 yields tile, because 6 yields is just way better. And Mr. Brazil looking friendly towards me. You do want to be my friend. That's awesome. Do you still want to buy horses? Let's give you 10. What do you give me? Literally nothing, it says. Oh, Japanese are down though. Let's go. 2 gold per turn. We got too many horses, and these guys are our friends, so we're happy to send it over. And a delegation back from the Japanese giving us more money. Thank you so much. I'll just use that to buy up your tiles by Sendai. Yep. Oh man, things are getting super real over here in Xi'an. We've got tons of enemies on our borders. Okay, let's get you out of here. Builder, you're just gonna go home and relax in the city. Go party, drink, have a good time. You can go and fix up the wheat later, dude. Oh no, Beijing. We lost our bid at production here at the Hanging Gardens. No. We salvaged 19 production, that's it? What a waste of my time, man. No. That's so sad. Okay, let's just head towards a monument then, whatever. More massive floods going down here. Look at these yields, man. This river right here is an absolute beast of a river. You know, with losing the Hanging Gardens, I'm just going to send my builder right here. Let's go chop up this forest and get the job done. We've already got yields reduced by 25% due to loyalty. Come on down, bud. Come on down. Oh, and our first iron find. Okay, so I don't know who else lives here, but I'm betting there's somebody nearby. The loyalty can't be this good, can it? Whoa, look at that forward settle by the dang Brazilians right here on this awesome floodplain area. And that's going to just crush the end here. Minus 6.3 per turn? What are we going to do? I mean, luckily Beijing just grew that turn. That's going to help. We'll try and fix up these rices, but this is looking terrible right now. Just terrible. 45 gold for a new policy. Yeah, let's do that right now. We need loyalty for units, man. Just need loyalty in general, dang. Whew. Speaking of warriors, yeah, there's a bunch over here. Try to make up some defense lines across this river. Same in Xi'an. Luckily, now that we got the archer in here, it's going to drop a little bit slower, only 4.3 per turn. Let's chop out these woods, and we got the Etymon. Thank goodness it finally happened, man. Look at this ghetto crane they had back in the day. It looks pretty sweet. Beautiful sight to see. Got a couple new bonuses. The city is still falling due to loyalty, though, and in 15 turns, it's going to flip. Now, end of era, 20 to 40, so there's definitely something that has to be done here. Looks like population will grow in just 8 turns, but I swear by then the loyalty is going to be too messed up, and we won't even get that. Let's build a watermill in this city anyways. Huh. We gotta figure out some way to keep it. Actually, hold up. Government Plaza. Yes, this is a good way to get it done. Government Plaza, 8 turns, 8 loyalty if we actually do get it finished. Let's try and get a builder over here ASAP. 280 gold for one. That's a little bit expensive. But if we could chop that out super fast, you know, maybe we keep the city. It's probably the easiest way to do it, right? Coupe, happy to buy horses. Mad about me cutting down the forest, but happy to buy horses. 212 gold. Let's look back. 280. Okay, we need a couple turns. This builder's too far away to get there anyhow. Maybe Hojo will buy. There's the last of the horses sold. Man, thank goodness. Okay, let's buy out a builder. Next turn, we'll have them cruise over and try to chop out this government plaza ASAP. Xianyang looking good. We got the sheep upgraded and just tons of good tiles all around here. And there they are, Genghis. Genghis the warmonger. Nice to meet you, bud. Oh, forgot to actually say it was nice to meet him. He's not going to like that. Pat McHale, interesting. Found some wonders here. This is definitely going to change the loyalty story. Yeah, look at that. So down here with the iron, a little bit too hard to get. But we do have one more solid city here by this river that we can secure. And I bet we can even get a bit cheeky with it here. Get a coastal city in between our lands. It won't be that strong, but at least we'll have a city. There's potential. Wow, massive flood. Lost some unit. Oh, I didn't lose a unit. The barbarians lost their unit. That's what I'm talking about, man. That's what I'm talking about. Now look at this tile. We 3 food, 3 production. Builders heading towards the woods fast as possible. We don't want this to fall anymore. I'm really worried that once it gets under 50, things are going to get even worse. Check it out. Political philosophy discovered by the Chinese. We're going to go Classical Republic. We really like these economic cards. We're not at war with anyone just yet. Hopefully Genghis doesn't decide to hate us. Plus, we're going to get some districts built up soon. Theater squares, campuses. That'll give us housing and amenities. Plus the great people points. Key for getting great writers and whatnot. Now, I've got to keep the +2 loyalty intact. Otherwise, our city is going to flip super fast. Production in all cities important, yes. And then let's give some more production towards settlers, too. That's going on in one of our big production cities here, Taiwan. And I want to get one more settler built, too, pretty soon. And put them down in this lucrative area between Beijing and Xi'an. Oh man, Archer showdown going on here in Beijing. That's actually pretty scary. Archers do a lot of damage. Next Civic, obviously for me, is going to be the theater square. We want to pump as many of those out as possible. Get a lot of those great writers, musicians. Yongle does really well with the science and the culture. Okay, let's remove this feature and please, please finish this. Thank goodness we're finally gaining in loyalty. Man, that was tight. My goodness. Looks like I can do pretty good damage to these warriors though, and they can't plunder my wonder, so things are looking up here in Xi'an. Very happy to see that. The archer fight's getting heated, very heated. Their guy's almost done. My guys luckily got the first shot in, and that's all that seems to matter in the archer fight. In Xi'an with our timely government plaza completion, let's go with the audience chamber. This is going to give us more amenities and housings to cities with governors. Now we're playing tall here with Yongle because he benefits from having very large cities, so that's going to be huge, especially in the late game. And since we finished the governor plaza, we get another governor title. Now, what I want is more culture. So, Pangala, give me this. 1 culture per citizen. Quite similar to Yongle's special ability, where once you get past 10 population, you get that 1 culture per citizen. But that's already going to take shape here in Taiwan. Give us 6 more culture per turn. City's still growing quite quickly. We'll keep up the pace here. Oh no, triple archer showing up here in Beijing. I cannot win that fight, dude. I cannot win that fight. This is tough. I don't even think the warrior can do much in this situation. I think if I send them out, they're just gonna die. So let's back them off just a bit up this road. Thank goodness our archer survived, or we'd actually have no answer to these guys. He's in the city, so he's gonna do more damage. All right, we'll park our warrior right here. Maybe we'll be able to distract this archer, have them shoot at a warrior instead of plundering my nice rice tile. And I got a couple units here in Shenyang. I'm going to have the warrior go help out my settler here. Moving towards these lucrative water tiles. Nice. Oh, I see the Japanese going for something similar too. They're probably going to settle down here on this stone. But the archer, they're going to keep moving east towards Beijing and help with this range fight that we seem to be finding ourselves in. JayJen doing rough. I've got a builder coming in here from Beijing. Any extra builds we can get here in JayJen is going to be sweet. Let's get this builder over here. We want to get them towards the wheat, upgrade that tile, get all these, in fact, get all these floodplain tiles somewhat upgraded here because they're just so strong. And with the Abenaki, we're getting more production and science on each of these tiles, so bonuses are great, man. With the settler completing in Taiwan, let's build a water mill here too. It's going to give me 1 production, 1 food from the building, and then another one from this wheat tile. And since we want extra food in these cities, it's worth it. For the extra production, it's not worth it. It's going to take like 80 turns to pay itself off. But if you get that food for free on top of that, I'd say worth. No way, what happened over here to my scout? I thought I had backup here from the Mongols. Evidently not. Dude, okay, well, one last bit of scouting, buddy, and that's gonna be all it is for you. Got with the fight. You know, I thought about this more. I can spend all the time I want building farms here on these floodplain styles, and that could be great. But if it just keeps flooding and destroying the farms, not worth it. I have that expansion in the Theodora game, so I'm going to leave them for now. They're pretty strong as it is. And instead, I'm going to move this builder over towards the Silk, and we'll snipe that away from the Brazilians. Monument completed in Shenyang. Let's get to work on a granary. All these cities are going to need a granary at some point because we want this housing to get up to upwards of 10. Now, that said, the city's not that close to needing this, but I'll put 2 turns into that. And then in 2 turns, we'll have the theater square unlock, and we're definitely going to get a whole bunch of those. All right, construction completed with that water mill finishing up here in Beijing. That's a great new thing for my builders to improve. Next up, granary. Look at the housing. Just in 2 turns, it's going to start being an actual problem here, reducing our food income. Now that we've found out about the lumber mill, though, let's move on to trying to get education. That's going to give us the university, which is great for science, and the opportunity at University of Sankor. This is a good all-around winner because it gives you some gold, some science, and culture for adjacency bonuses with theater squares. In JayJen, we got some work to do with the builders. Let's chop this out. Audience chamber just about complete. Next turn, we're going to see that we can get theater squares. That's going to be just phenomenal. Amphitheater, and the opportunity for some great rider points. Over here, builder, you need some backup here. Luckily, we've got our archer here that can fire at the warrior, and we can improve this plantation. That soak's going to make our guys happier, but I also want to sell that off to the AI. The most interesting deal definitely comes from Genghis here. It's going to give me borders, 20 iron, which would let me upgrade a couple swordsmen. And the only people I'd really want the swordsman for is Genghis. So I'm just going to hold on to the silk for now. Archer here has been fighting so many barbarians, it's somehow promoted again. That's actually insane. Barbarian fights only give you 1 XP post level 1. And I got more archer backup coming. We got to get rid of this camp, dude. It's just been the absolute bane of my existence. Here comes the lumber mill fruits. There we go. We got that down. They gave us Eureka for mass production. And just look at this tile here. 1 gold, science, 5 production, and 2 food. Absolute beast of a city. Already up to 17 production. Unreal. That city's settler also going down over here, creating the new Changsha. Great city name. Just across these mountains here, we've got some pretty tiles. 5 yields, 6 yields. Now, it's going to take a little bit to grow over there. Do I want to spend the money to buy them? You know what? Just 1 is definitely attractive enough. You're getting 2 more yields than you were just working one of these 2 tiles. And then we'll just slot in a monument right away to capitalize on that money we spent. Shenyang, I want to get a theater square going, but I'm going to need to do a little bit of planning here. To the north, by Yosemite, we got some grasslands with woods. So we'll get rid of the woods, put down some farms in this area here. Just let me put a couple tacks down to remember. Okay, 1 farm here, and we'll add 1 farm over here. And then in between, that'll help us make a farm triangle. Then just south of the city, we've got some pretty sweet yielding tiles that I don't want to get rid of. So I think these coastal ones are our best bet for building districts. So Theater Square, you can go down here next to the sheep. 14 turns away. We should actually start collecting some of those great people points. Next up for culture, games, and religions, Colosseum, attractive, entertainment complex, very good. For the time being on policies, we can swap in Diplomatic League for that first envoy we're about to get here. Although we've not found a single city-state yet, that's actually very concerning. I should probably get myself another scout to do a little bit of that. Let's just slot in God King, get a little bit more faith, and we'll have that Pantheon before too long. The never-ending stream of barbarians, man, just absolutely unreal. Thanks for watching, Panda Gang. When I hit 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to actually pay for Windows, so make sure to subscribe. Peace.